on the edge of the River Rye is the second house we're going to look at today. It's the Manor House at Nunnington. It's about 6 miles southeast of Helmsley in North Yorkshire. It's been in the care of the National Trust since 1952. In some ways, Nunnington Hall is like Ormsby, the property we visited in the first part of the programme. Neither of them are as well known as some of the bigger historic houses, but both are viewed with affection by people who get to know them. At Nunnington, the atmosphere of stately living seems to come as much from the present-day occupants as from the past. Yet the hall's history is a long one. There was a fortified farm on this site in Anglo-Saxon times, and this became a manor house after the Norman conquest. Much of what we see today dates from the end of the 17th century.
Nunnington is a very special little house. I say little advisedly. It's a small manor house. And of that type, of which the National Trust owns quite a number throughout the country, Nunnington is special, I think, in the setting in which it holds in the River Rye's valley. It's special, it's peace and quiet, it's serenity, I think, would not be too strong a word. I think people like to come here for that very reason, that it is very peaceful, and despite its quite turbulent history.
Among the most celebrated figures in that turbulent history is Richard Graham, imprisoned in the Tower of London for supporting King James II. Graham, also known as Lord Preston, was only pardoned after his daughter Susanna went to see Queen Mary and begged for her father to be spared from the hangman's noose. At Nunnington Hall, as at all National Trust houses, spring signals the start of a new season. Preparations for opening include training more people to act as guides. The Trust maintains it wouldn't be able to open a property like this to the public if it wasn't for the help of volunteers. Nunnington needs a pool of 180 room stewards, or hosts as they now call them, to look after all the rooms 5 days a week. These new recruits are having their first training sessions.
Well, when you're on duty in here, I would suggest that you position yourself here, because then you can see people coming through from the dining room. Our first duty is to greet people, give them...
John Fletton is a former engineer who wanted to do something useful in his retirement and meet people at the same time. One day a fortnight at Nunnington Hall is ideal.
What are the most usual questions that people ask when they come into this room?
Why don't you oil the panelling? And we don't, because the experts say it should be left as it is. How old is the table, which we've already talked about? And who's the man on the white horse? Now, in what was the Tudor dining room? At the time that was a kitchen, this was the dining room, but it hasn't been a dining room since. And while we're here, if you'd like to have a look at the china that's on the table, it is in fact Imari.
The hosts are expected to have a thorough knowledge of the contents of the room they're looking after.
I think it's very interesting because it's so large. Then we have two very nice wine jugs, one for claret and one for white wine. And what I really like on that table are the two little bonbon baskets, the little silver ones. I think they're lovely. Right, shall we go and look at the rest of the house now? So if you'd like to lead the way, we'll go upstairs.
Outside, things are also on the move, with the encouragement of the resident wildlife. It's a scene which is being repeated all over the country in the early months of the year as National Trust staff prepare for the visitors once again. Restricting opening times to the period from April to October at most properties attracts some criticism. But it does give buildings a break from the wear and tear inflicted by visitors. And it also allows time for major property repairs and general upkeep. Attention to detail under the Trust's guardianship is often even more scrupulous than it was in earlier times, when there was usually a much larger number of gardeners. With a property like Nunnington attracting 53,000 visitors a year, it's important to have everything looking right, even if it does mean some rather radical maintenance work in the grounds. Jobs like these have to be completed in time for April the 1st, the day when visitors return. For the whole team, inside the hall and out, opening day has a special significance.
I think it's the culmination of what they've been working for throughout the winter, which is cleaning the place and ensuring that everything is in fine fettle. Then to actually go in the last couple of weeks and take the covers off and give a final dust over is a summation of all they've been working for through the winter, because they want the house, the people who work here particularly, want the house to look absolutely superb on the first day of opening at Easter.
If you could send us another delivery of books, please. We look a bit low for opening. Okay, thanks, Diana. Bye. Thanks very much.
Right. Oh, it's starting to look good, isn't it?
Welcome to Nunnington. Are you members?
Yes, we are.
Oh, right. Can I just check you in? Thank you.
I've got guidebooks here if you need them.
Members?
And then the waiting list.
Ah, you
We've
ones,
got
where
one
did you
from a
join?
previous visit.
The first day of the season always brings an extra flood of visitors to a property like Nunnington. It's an exciting time for the person in charge of the hall, Anthea Edwards. Anthea, how do you manage to run a huge house like this?
With a lot of help. A lot of help. We've got a really good team of staff here. They start work in March. This is the tea room staff and the shop staff. And they prepare everything for when we open, usually on the 1st of April. We have the same people back every year, all our season staff. So it's one big family and a really great team.
What do you fancy? You want a cup of tea, do you? Can you put the teapot when you put some hot water in it? Whoops! If you like. That's a too surprising.
Any tour of Nunnington has got to include a trip upstairs to look round the bedrooms. I've been told John Fletton, the guide we met earlier, has been allocated a place in one of the showpieces of the house, the drawing room.
Hello.
Hello, John. I gather that you haven't actually been acting as a steward here for very long. Are you enjoying it?
Very much so, yes. I started here at the beginning of the year, and having been trained, and it's most interesting, and meeting people. I like meeting people.
Yeah. Tell me, do any of them ever ask you really difficult questions?
Oh,
do you ever get flummoxed?
Heavens above, yes, all the time, yes. But, oh no, but you try and help as much as possible. I mean, some of them you can't answer, but you never fluff.
No.
You always tell them and be perfectly honest, and they respect it. If you
What,
can't
you say
answer
you
it-
don't know?
Oh,
if
well,
you-
well,
yeah.
this is it, yes.
Yes.
And, you're perfectly honest all the time.
Do you ever
never...
get any really difficult people? You know, people who you feel oughtn't to be here?
No, I've been very, very fortunate. No, everybody's been very nice. A lot of
Good.
people are very, very shy.
Yes. Because it's all
but-
very precious stuff, you know, and you...
Oh,
You
yes,
have to be
yes.
very
and,
careful.
yes, and you try not to act like a guardian or anything like that. It's a
no.
very difficult situation.
Yes, very
but,
tricky.
Now, this is a very interesting room. It's called the panel bedroom, and it used to be lived in by Mrs. Fife. Now, Mrs. Fife was a wonderful lady, a tough, because during the winter, she used to have the windows wide open, and much to the consternation of the maid, who used to come in the morning and probably 2 foot of snow, which the poor girl had to clear up.
Oh, she
So
must have been very tough.
She was tough, I believe, yes.
Tell me, you must often have children and young people come to visit the
Oh,
house.
yes, we do,
Well,
actually.
What do they make of it? I mean,
Well, the one thing I must tell you about is the ghost story.
Oh, yes, they love ghosts,
They
don't
love
they?
ghost
Yeah.
stories, yes. It's supposed to be a white lady. Of course, there always is a white lady. Now, at first the family didn't believe this, but the guests used to come down in the morning absolutely white, so of course they had to believe it.
yes.
This is where the Cromwell troops, after they'd sharpened their bayonets, used to try them out to see how sharp they were.
Oh.
And you can see how they really chopped it about.
So there
And
were
then-
vandals in those days too.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
What does this house mean to you?
Well, it means home. I actually live on the property, which is nice. My husband is Leslie's house steward. And I think you do get quite sort of possessive with, you know, with your house. I think this is something about National Trust staff, especially property staff. It's not just a job, it's a way of life.
I feel that these smaller houses really have a cosy atmosphere, like a real home, don't they?
I think this is what the visitors like about Nunnington. They can relate to it. They can see themselves curled up in this, on the settee in the drawing room. They can actually relate to it and think, oh, I could really live here. I could cope with this living. And they get very envious. When they know we live here, they say, oh, you are so lucky. That is wonderful. And we are lucky. We feel very privileged.
It's been a delight getting to know these two houses. From being just names on the map, I now feel I really know something about each of them. On top of that, it's been a real eye-opener to see how much work goes into taking care of them. I hope that having looked at these two houses with me today, some of you might feel that you'd like to come and visit them for yourselves.